Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Last time we investigated a murder in the North Shrouds and found a strange button, a decorative button on one of the corpses, and that led us to this old man who apparently has similar buttons. I do not believe we are acquainted. Pray, leave me to my thoughts. I found this button on a corpse. You know something, right? The sigil of a Dartancourt family. How is it that you came to be in possession of this button? From the body of a murdered woman? Her face. Was it Martin anyway? I had feared as much. I can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal to you the truth of the deaths, but on one condition. You promised to put an end to my lady's madness and free her from her torment. I was once a manservant in the employ of one of the oldest and proudest families in Britannia, the Dartancourts. During that time, I had the honor of waiting upon Lady Amandine, mistress of the household. Fair as summer was she, and possessed of a heart befitting her radiance. Alas, the calamity wrought a great change in her. Though my lady escaped with her life, death may well have been a kinder fate. Never will I forget the day her bandages were removed, and she beheld her disfigured face for the first time. At that moment, the kindly woman I knew ceased to be. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady sequestered herself within her chambers and refused all company. This continued for many uneasy moons, until one day, without warning, she began receiving queer guests. None among us knew whence they came, these masked men, but my lady believed that they would help her to regain that which she had lost. So began the rites of rejuvenation. These rituals seemed innocent enough in the beginning, but grew ever more grotesque as time went by. Eventually, there came a day when my lady bound one of her handmaidens to her bed and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. Suffice it to say, she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of her body. I performed the dreadful task as bait, obedient servant that I was, but when the time came to return to the house, my legs refused to move. I knew then that I could not go back to that place, not after the nightmare I'd witnessed. So it was that I left Haucke Manor, my home for nigh on half a century. Long did I weep for the girl who was slain, and longer still for the woman that Lady Amandine had been. Yet one cannot weep forever, and I endeavored to put the matter behind me. Indeed, I had resolved never to speak of my experience, until you appeared before me. My lady's madness must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. Lay her tormented soul to rest, as you swore to me you would. She awaits you at Haucke Manor, on the western edge of the Central Shroud. Go now. Go and do what must be done. And indeed, if we go to the Central Shroud, here is Haucke Manor. Through the White Wolf's Gate, pretty much straight south, and to the west then. And once we go there, we unlock a dungeon. There's, as far as I remember, no dialogue or anything, just the dungeon. And in front of the house, in front of Haucke Manor, there are these eyeball things we saw before. So it's a good indication we are right at the right place. Alright. Since I mentioned it in the other way as well. Here is Jonathas, the Master of the Rolls, who gives us achievement rewards. So when you have under achievements, there are items or even as this, you get a music roll. You can get that from him. Welcome to Haucke Manor. The House of Horrors. It's usually best to stun the maidservants here out of their special attacks. But my stun is on cooldown, so nothing to it but we needed the key. Did I say that already? Quickly open the door for map unlock. You only do this once, right? And because getting another key is easy. Do we even need one? Wax, okay. Was that a fine wax or a mana varnish that sold pretty well? That door is our first boss. The Manor Claviger. This is basically just a stronger version of the Handmaidens. With, I believe the only thing it can do more is this Void Fire AoE. Oh, and yeah, we see the cleave attacks. It's sometimes do in the direction of a tank. This one. Sweet Steel. Oh, resistant, not bad. And he's... it is dead. They. Yeah, it's usually the best way just to jump to avoid that other head group over there. And that's what almost every group does. And there's our second boss, but we lack the necessary key for it. For that, we need to... I skip the map exploration. Normally I would have to open the first door over there. That one. Okay, they opened this door, but there's not a key here, right? I take it. Oh, they got the other key, okay. Come. Didn't even notice. And there's what we need, the yellow key. That is the key to the boss door. Jump over here. That works only in that direction, by the way. And open the boss door. People start usually by killing the jester. Ooh. Ice spikes. I don't like ice spikes. AoE spam. As I said, normally people start with a jester because it's more annoying. But apparently the DPS don't think so, and the jester drops the bloody parchment and a treasure coffer, of course. Hope I get it. But we needed a bloody parchment for the magical barrier. Level 5 petrify. I mean, it's not bad because I'm level 31 in here, and that thing can't hit me. So, but if you're level 30, that can hit you, and petrify is bad. Looks like that is mine loot. At least the earrings. And there's Lady Amandine was turned into a voidsent, which is Final Fantasy XIV's version of demons. This is really not my job with the Void Lamps, because I'm having aggro from the boss. And get interrupted. Suppose I could use arm's length for that, but someone has given Lady Amandine a stone skin, which gives her temporary hit points, and it appears as if you do 0 damage, but you don't until you have beaten your way through the armor. Yeah, yeah. That won't work this time. Yeah, we really need to shut off the lamps or they do too much damage. I even think you are the one who casts Stone Skin, right? No? Is that the handmaidens? Short axe, huh? Darkness has taken root within these halls, sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irrepressible spirit that quickened it to life. It's a pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. It's no ordinary mortal who can acquire one crystal of light, much less 3. The crystals make you strong, and it's to that strength that the light is drawn. Heidelin has chosen well. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue upon your present course. Alas, we came here not to play, but to take the measure of your strength from Master La Brea. That task now accomplished, we take our leave of you. Fare you well, bringer of light. And back in front of the mansion. And back to the old man now, reporting about what happened to his lady. You returned. What awaited you within the manor? What has become of Lady Amandine? You must tell me all. Demons. Lots of demons. So she went so far as to consort with devils. Would that I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in the beyond. I know not whether the masked men you encountered are the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it is plain they are of the same vile brute. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you will visit upon them tenfold the woe they have brought upon others. But who am I to speak of punishment? By my silence I know not how many innocent young women to die in unspeakable circumstances. It matters not therefore, through misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both, I am an abettor to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities and accept whatever punishment they deem just. I only pray that the gods will have mercy on my soul. And Mephilia. Welcome back, Wield. Full glad am I to see you safely returned. Tell me, how fared you on your sojourn in the 12th Sword? Two of La Brea's minions, and they sought to measure your strength by their own admission? The devils taunt us. It's beyond doubt, then. The Ascians have begun to move in earnest. Would that we knew to what end. Yet I will not bemoan our plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we are at least aware of the encroaching darkness. Alas, we can only do so much. It's clear to me now that we Scions are too few to protect the realm against this threat unaided. We must needs alert the free nations to the presence of this elusive enemy, and recommend that they heighten their vigil. There's no shortage of misery in the world that the Ascians might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. Yet, come what may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope, for that is precisely what the enemy wants. We have gleaned all we can from the information available to us. Let us set this investigation aside for the present. Another matter has arisen that requires your attention. Let me know when you are ready to be briefed, and I will summon the others. And with that, we deal next time. Until then, I am Ace, and don't get lost.